platform. Like and share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Share on all platforms so that we can get this message across. It is a time for us to spread the gospel. It is a time for us to speak. Please share the program as you connect. For those who are joining us for the very first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as you subscribe, make sure you bring somebody along with you. In this platform, we say things the way it is. We expose secrets. Please, as you connect, click like. When you click like, you are inviting someone to join us. It is very important for you to bring somebody along. You can't watch this alone. We are in a time where every information is important. Every little information is very important, and we must make sure that we keep to informations. We must not joke. We must not be weak. We must not be distracted. Distractions are going to be coming from east, west, north, and south, from the left and right. But for the fact that you know what you want and you know what you are pursuing, don't allow yourself to be distracted. I welcome everyone that have connected. Today being a special day. It is Monday, the very first day of the year. The first day of the week, and our sit at home day. We are now in July 2024. I welcome everyone that has connected. In this month of July, a lot is going to happen. A lot happened in June. So many things happened in June. So many informations were leaked in June. So many issues we have brought to the public. And today we are in July. In this July, more informations are going to come to the open. More secrets are going to be exposed. So I urge you, wherever you are, to please pay attention. Invite someone to join in sharing these information. Very, very important. Very important. You can't afford to be silent or keep it to yourself. We are in a time where every single information that you get is very important. And we will try as much as possible to make sure that we carry everyone along. When you join, don't just be there on your own. When you join the program, you invite someone to join. When you connect, you urge someone to connect with you. My fellow Biafrans, today is Monday, and you know what Monday is. Monday is a special day for us Biafrans. It's a day that we have chosen to air our opinion. A day that we have chosen to let the world know our decision. A day that we choose to let the world know our stance on the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. Most importantly, it is a day that the Biafrans come together to show the disapproval of the unconditional, to demand for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and other political prisoners of Biafra. This is a very special day. It doesn't matter what anybody have to say or what anybody have to do. We have chosen that day and we will continue to speak up. And I'm very happy that against all odds, you know that the zoo have tried as much as possible to drive the attention of the people away. They have tried as much as possible to make sure that they intimidate the people, but at the end, you see that the resistance is very strong. The people are not distracted. Biafrans are focused. They are even much more formidable than they have ever been. When you think that they are losing it out, that is when Biafrans are winning. When you think they are giving up, that is when they are standing up. And I bet you, with all their propaganda, with all their blackmail, with all the attacks that is coming from right, left, and center, in the midst of it all, Biafrans are sitting at home. And remember the promise that was made by the Prime Minister of Biafra, the Republic of to the Nigerian Zoo. He said that the sit at home will continue until Biafra is free. One other condition that was given, that if you want to stop the sit at home, what you have to do is to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. After releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you pull away all your military from the Biafran territory. After pulling away your military, you give us a date for exit from the zoo. Then we can begin to think of stopping the sit at home. But as you can see, the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is still in detention. So why on earth will anybody imagine and think that we will forget him? We will not. Stopping the sit at home is forgetting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. As every one of us today agree that the only reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still not forgotten, the only reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in the forefront of every discussion in the zoo today is because of the presence of the Biafra Republic of Exile and the sit at home, most importantly, that has been held. The sit at home every Monday remain a reminder that we have a responsibility to protect a life. A prisoner of conscience who has been detained for doing nothing. They have continued to detain the prisoner of conscience. And we will fight the best way we can to see that he's been released unconditionally. That is exactly what we are doing. The reason why nothing anybody can do is because the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Exile, is standing his ground, demanding for his release. Whenever you talk about Simon Ekpa, you remember Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There's no way you can talk about Simon Ekpa without remembering Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is why Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, have kept the zoo very hot for them. Has consistently remained on the path to demand for the freedom of the people. They try to use their blackmail and propaganda to change the mindset of the people. But each time they make that move, they fail woefully. Each time they try to distract these people, they fail woefully. And it does not matter Many times they try to distract us. It does not matter. The strategies they use, we are not distracted. The more you try to distract the Biafrans, the more you are giving them reason to fight on. In fact, your distraction and all your strategies are just like fuel. Fuel that empowers the Biafrans to fight more. Today being Monday, a special day. Biafra land is locked down. You better believe it. Biafra land is down and secured. And it will continue like that until we are set free. None of your propaganda or your blackmails will stop us from doing the needful. The Biafran people know what they want. And you cannot, in any way or any manner, distract them or take them away from that which they are supposed to do. There is one news that we saw the week that just ended. A very important news, which shows how prepared the Biafrans are. We saw the news coming from Abia State, that out of 700 people that applied for police, 700 Biafrans that applied, and they called them for interview to be recruited into the police. 700 Biafrans who were called to be recruited for the police. None of them showed up. I say none of them, not even one showed up. That speaks volume. If you don't know that the Biafrans are prepared, you better know now. And for those of them who are still serving in the Zoological Republic in one area or the other, if you are still serving in the zoo and you have not learned your lesson, you are going to learn in a hard way. I promise you, you will learn in a hard way. If you are in the zoo and up till now you have not learned your lesson, you are serving either in their military or in their police, I bet you are going to learn in a hard way. Because what is coming is heavier. When they send you to Biafra land to come and take innocent life, we will not spare you. Every man in the uniform of the zoo bearing arms in Biafran territory is seen as an enemy, and we describe them as terrorists. We are not just saying it, there's an evidence to prove that that's what they are. From their actions, from their deeds. It is evidence that that is what they are. Everyone bearing arms or wearing Nigeria uniform, serving Nigeria in Biafran territory. That is what they are. If that is not what they are, tell me, how can you differentiate between a normal military and a terrorist in uniform? When we have seen the government in the public recruit terrorists into their government, they recruit terrorists into their military. It was not done in secret. They advertise it and they tell you that these are repentant Boko Haram. Repentant Boko Haram. And you recruit them into the military and give them arms, push them to Biafran territory. That is what we see. That is why when they come to Biafran territory, they go on burning houses, destroying properties. They ask questions without an answer, whether you are guilty or not. As soon as they see you in Biafran territory as a Biafran, you are guilty. Being a Biafra alone is a crime in that zoo. Who will accept that? That being a Biafra is a crime. That is what they have made it to be. And that is what they have made it to look like. Are we going to accept that? Of course, we cannot accept that. That is why today we are fighting for our life. That is why today we have taken it upon ourselves to defend our territory. Because, of course, the terrorists, their own operation is to take life. Terrorists cannot protect you. They only come to steal, to destroy, and to take innocent life. So how can a government send terrorists to protect you? It's not possible. So looking at all these issues, the Biafran government have decided that they will not fold their hands and watch the Biafrans lose their life in the hands of the terrorists. That is why the Liberation Army of Biafra have been ordered to take charge in Biafran territory. As we speak today, in Biafran territory, the Liberation Army are in charge. If you doubt it, go and verify. For the international journalists who can go and do underground investigations, you can go. I'm not talking about the Zoological Republic journalists that just sit in their office. They send them an envelope and direct them on what to talk. I don't care about those ones. Because we know the Zoological Republic has no credibility when it comes to journalism. In fact, what the Nigerian people are suffering today, Nigerian journalists contribute 50% of what they are suffering today. Because each time the government wants to push their agenda or push their blackmail and propaganda, whom do they use? They use the journalists. The journalists that are supposed to be fighting for the people, are supposed to be giving the people the opportunity to speak and let the world hear the voice of the people. No, they wouldn't do so. Nigerian journalists is the worst. They are the ones that are used to preach against the masses. Look at what is happening in Kenya today. Look at what is happening in Kenya. If it were to be in Nigeria, what you are going to be hearing in Nigerian news is hijack. Oh, hoodlums have hijacked the protest. The protest is violent. The protest is no longer protest. It has been hijacked. They will continue to blow that trumpet and blow it until they make the people get discouraged. If it were to be in Nigeria, the only thing their media is going to be telling you is about hijacking. That the protests have been hijacked. The system have been hijacked. The protest is violence. Even when they will see on video that the people that hijacked the protest in Nigeria are the government. The thugs are paid by the government. You are going to see government officials, official vehicle bringing thugs into venue where protest is being held. We saw it in NSAS. The DSS, we saw their jeep. In Lagos State, we saw public transport owned by the government was used to bring thugs to fight against people. And the media told that line, continue to preach. The media joined the government to continue to preach that the protests have been hijacked. Instead of calling the government out for their evil act, they wouldn't do so. They dare not. Today, look at Kenya. They have taken their destiny into their own hands. Go and check their media and see what their media is saying. You cannot see the kind of report you are seeing in Nigeria. They are a little bit better. Not even a little bit. They are much, much better. No media in the world will be compared with the kind of media you have in the zoo. There is none. Today, we thank Chukwu Kabiam that the youths in Kenya have taken their own destiny into their own hands. And they are not allowing themselves to be used. Back. The youth today in Kenya are speaking loud, making a very loud statement that the whole world is paying attention. Full requests that the people made. We don't want this bill. Remove it. These are the people that owns the land. They don't want it. And you insisted. Before you say Jack Robinson, you brought your police to go against them. They stood their ground. Only when lives have been lost, as always in Africa, only when life have lost, that is when they will now come and say, oh, we will now remove the bill. And trust me, the Kenyan youths say that it is no longer about removing the bill. The government should go completely. It became a complete revolution. Remember, this same Kenya is where their government sealed the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is in this same Kenya that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sealed, and they pretend not to know about it. They denied of their involvement, even when we know that they are involved. Because there's no, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just an ordinary person. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu entered into Kenya with his international passport, British passport for that matter, and he was stamped in. They knew about his presence. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disappeared for 8 days, and they claim not to know. Today, just like our Prime Minister said, in Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will resurrect. Today, the second wave have started. The first wave started in West Africa, Mali, Niger, and Ivory Coast. It started there, Burkina Faso. The first wave started from there, and the people that place took their destiny into their own hand and chased away the colonial master, who have not allowed them to breathe for many decades now. While those people were busy saving themselves from the clutches of the evil ones, the zoo was preparing itself as an instrument of oppression against the African people that want to be free. Now you understand how evil that entity called Nigeria is. Why you must not allow it to survive. Why it must be destroyed. Because the more it continues to survive, the more it continues to endanger the life of the people. So wherever you are watching me from, I want you to wake up from your sleep. The Biafrans are taking the lead, and the spirit of Biafra is operating in all parts of Biafra, African land. You can't trample upon the Biafrans and go scot-free. And I'm speaking about real Biafrans, innocent ones. Somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man that is as clean as crystal. He has not committed any crime anywhere. Yet you have the audacity to sell him and deny him in your country. Today, Kenya is on fire. If Kenya could face such punishments, now you can understand what is coming upon Nigeria that masterminded the whole thing. You can imagine what is going to happen to Nigeria that was the mastermind of the whole thing. You can continue to deny it. You can continue to pretend it's not happening. But every day you see a reminder of that same event, wherever you're looking at. You will see a reminder every blessed day. And as you see these reminders, it shows you that you have a lot of work to be done. The more and earlier you wake up, the better. Something heavy is coming upon the zoo. Something heavy is coming. You can take it or leave it. This rain that is gathering is going to fall. A heavy rain that is gathering, it is going to fall. And the only people who the rain will not beat are those who are prepared and have their umbrella ready. That is why today we are speaking. We are speaking, calling the attention of the people, more especially the Biafran people, to wake up. At the same time, calling the attention of other ethnicities, other ethnic group, whether you are from Oduduwa land or you are from Arewa, whichever part of the world you are from, you have to wake up and do the needful to save yourself. Nobody's going to save you. If you do not save yourself, nobody's going to save you. Very, very important. If you do not learn now, you are going to learn in a hard way. And I thank you, Kenyan, and the Biafrans are getting prepared. From the news that is coming from right, left, and center, when you see that 700 people who were called for interview to be recruited into the police refuse to show face, that is a plus. It shows how prepared we are. When you hear that more than 40 million people have voted on the self-referendum, that is a sign that Biafrans are prepared. What else are you waiting for? For those of you who still think it's a joke, those of you who still think that your propaganda and blackmail could fetch you something, I'm sorry. It's going to be too late before you know it. It's going to be too late. The earlier you sit up now, focus and do what for you. If you refuse to do what you are supposed to do, you will have yourself to be blamed in the time to come. Wherever you are watching me from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam, prepare yourself. Something is going to happen. Prepare yourself. Do not take the messages you are hearing or you are seeing as a joke. If you take the messages we are giving as a joke, the warnings as a joke, you will have yourself to blame in time to come. You will definitely have yourself to blame. The earlier you begin to prepare yourself, the better for you. We have come a very long way. We have come a very, very long way to get to this level. And I bet you there is no going back. If our Supreme Namazen Nandekanu could say in 2016 that we have crossed the Rubicon, what do you think he'll be saying today? If we have crossed Rubicon, as at 2016, we have crossed the Rubicon, what are you thinking that he will be saying today? I thank Chukwu Kabiama for the man today who is in charge of the affair of Biafra, a disciple of Mazen Nandekan. Watch. I thank Chukwu Kabiama that some people are knowing. No matter how you pretend not to know what Master Simon Ekparan for, you can't pretend for too long. No matter how you pretend not to know what Master Simon Ekparan stands for, you can't afford to pretend for too long. It's just a question of time. Your confession will come. Just like every other person out there has confessed. And I'm telling you now to be ready for what is coming. You must be prepared and ready. Prepared. Prepare yourself. Something is being cooked. And it's going to be ready very soon. If you have not started supporting the Liberation Army of Biafra, if you are not yet connected to this movement of liberation, please, for your own sake, get connected. Information is power. Your participation and contribution could save you a lot of trouble. But the more you continue to play ignorance that it doesn't concern you, you are not part of it. You don't care. By the time you are going to care, it will be too late. Just like our Prime Minister has said recently, he said, for those who have refused to support the restoration of Biafra, and they are pursuing their own way, those who have created insecurity in Biafra land, and today they are running away from Biafra land, going different places to go and establish their business, those who have supported the politicians to enslave their people, to steal the masses, and today you are in the city enjoying yourself. We are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. And when the Prime Minister said that we are waiting for you, you should know we are waiting for you. And we are going to wait for you until that time comes. When that time comes, there will be no place to hide. It does not matter what you do. It does not matter what you say. There will be no place to hide. For a very long time, there has been pretense. People are pretending to do things when they are doing nothing. We are no longer in the time of pretense. It is either you are in the struggle or you're not in it. Gone are the days when people hide under one disguise or the other. You hide under your keyboard, you type at night, and the daytime you go and you support the zoo. We have seen on several occasions where people are speaking from different sides of their mouth. This is no longer obtainable in this time. We are in the era where it is that you are with us or you're not with us. And no matter what anybody says or does, the freedom of Biafra stand front. That is why our Prime Minister has said it and said, it is Biafra first. It is Biafra first. In anything you are doing, it is Biafra first. We put Biafra first before anything. Whatever project you are bringing, whatever suggestion you are making, whatever plan you are bringing on the ground, if it does not protect the interests of the Biafrans, please do not include us. We are not interested. It is Biafran first. And today, if you are a Biafran and you don't know where we are, I am sorry. You are going to have yourself to be blamed. Has given us something to lay hope on. Have laid a foundation for us. Has drawn a plan for us. And all we need to do is to key in into that plan. Key in into that project. And I bet you, at the end of the day, you will be glad you did. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, wherever you are watching from, this is the time that we cannot afford to sell our dignity. It's a time that we cannot fall prey to any propaganda or blackmail. This is a time that freedom seems to be the only solution. No matter what you hear or what you see, Do not shake. Trials are going to come. Temptations are going to come. Obstacles are going to come. Some people are going to come. Intimidations will increase. But I want you to understand that in the midst of it all, that it's going to be okay. Just like the video we saw within the week. We are a mother of three. A mother of three jumped down from a bridge and lost her life in Delta State. This is something you don't see in Biafra land, because we have people that respect life. Biafrans love life a lot, and they respect life. We respect life. But when you see that it's gotten to an extent where a woman will take her own life, you understand that it is no longer a joke. And before the woman took her life, she confided on her neighbor why she's doing what she's doing. She told her neighbor that the suffering is so much for her. She has tried to gain employment. There's no job for her to do. Even menial jobs she couldn't find. She has to beg to feed her children. And while she's begging, people will keep on insulting her. Many people calling her lazy. But this is a very hard-working woman. Even when you see her lying on the floor, you will know that she's not just lazy. But she couldn't be able to handle the insult, the abuse that is unleashed on her. All because she found herself in a country that doesn't care. She could not be able to care for the three children, and she took her own life. My fellow Biafran that are watching, on no account should you take your life. Taking your life is not the solution. Every one of us should hang on a little while. Wherever you are, you must hang on a little while. On no account should any Biafra take his or her own life. No matter how difficult it is, we are almost there. We are almost there. It's just a question of some few steps more. Just some few steps more, and everything will be okay. So wherever you are today, I urge you to please do not give up. This message is going to the Biafran people more especially. Times are hard. There's no doubt about it. Times are hard. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama will make a provision for us. We are not lazy. Neither are we the people that surrender. We can never surrender. God will always make a way where there's no way. The days ahead are going to be very tough. Biafran people, you must be strong. We have passed this road before. We have prepared for this for a very long time. Biafrans have been going through this for a very long time, and it's called training. So, at this point in time, I don't think giving up is an option. No Biafra should give up. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter the discouragement, no matter the attack, do not give up. Hang on there. We are going to succeed. Just continue hanging on there. It does not matter what anybody is saying or seeing. No matter the propaganda of blackmail. Hang on there. I'm not telling you that it is easy. It is not easy. It is difficult. It is difficult. But in the midst of that difficult challenges, God is going to make a way. I urge every one of you to hang on a little while. We shall overcome. It is a difficult time. A very difficult time. That sometimes when you look, you'll be wondering how we got here. But the sacrifice we are making today worth it. Because in the near future, you look back and you'll be proud of yourself. In a very near future, the Biafrans will look back and they will be proud of themselves, what they have done. For every big nation you see today that are celebrating, they have passed through this way. Some of the countries where you are aspiring to go today and flourish, they have passed this same road. It is not easy. So many have passed through this same road we are passing today. And some are the processes you won't have to go through before you can have a sane society. You must begin to prepare yourself. You should know that before gold became what it is, it passed through a very tough process. Before gold became what it is, it passed through a very tough process. Gold passed through fire, and at the end of the day, it comes out excellent. And when you wear it on your neck, on your ornaments, you feel proud. People celebrate you. But they don't know the process it goes through. Today we are passing through that same process that gold passes. It is going to be difficult and hard. It is going to be tough. But at the end of it all, we are going to come out better than we have ever been. The most important thing is that we are preparing for our future. Our children are not going to suffer what we are suffering today. Our children will not face what we are facing today. Our children are not going to face the obstacles and failure we are facing today. The tears we are sharing today, our children will not share the same tears. That is the most important thing. We are not talking about today, we are talking about tomorrow. Our tomorrow is going to be better. Fellow Biafrans, continue on the path that you are already going. Today we have men with a heart of steel. Just like Mazen Nandekano have prayed. He told Chukwu Okekeme to send men with a heart of steel. Today you have seen the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi today. I can bet you he has a heart of steel. A man that cannot be distracted. Focused on the restoration of Biafra. And no amount of propaganda or blackmail can distract him. There is nothing you can say to distract him or make him stop doing what he's doing. It is not possible. You can't. No matter the blackmail they throw to him, the more they push their blackmail, the more he sees something to fight on. What else? What have they not done? What have Nigerian government not done against Mazi Simon Ekpa? What else? They have made all their diplomatic moves. They have paid money and made consultations. They have pursued him spiritually and physically. They went to the extent of getting suicide bombers. Still, they couldn't penetrate to him. It is not because he's too strong, but because he's fighting a just cause. And whenever you are fighting a just cause, Chukwu Okekeme will build your defense. When Chukwu Okekeme build your defense, you become indestructible. It is only Chukwu Okekeme that has the power to make a man indestructible. Only Chukwu Okekeme. And when you are on his path, doing his own assignment, he will make you indestructible. Today, Chukwu Okike have given us a man dedicated, who is ready to put every single thing on the line. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered the call, and he didn't spare anything. He didn't spare his own life. He didn't spare his children. He didn't spare his parents. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spared nothing to pursue Biafra. And he made it clear. He made it clear that even if it will cost him his life to get Biafra, he will go ahead and do it. Those are the men with the heart of steel. Those are the men that can do extraordinary things to make things happen. And today we have the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, on his own side have said, instead of Biafra not to come in his era, that he will turn to a monster. He has made several promises and said, I will complete what Dim Odumegwu started. He made the declaration and he continued to repeat it again and again and again. And it's not only that he said it, you can see him walking towards that. You can see him walking towards achieving that. It does not matter what you throw at him. Your propaganda and your blackmail cannot stop him. Every one of us are witness to what he is facing, even at now. When the attack came against Mazi Simon Ekpa, they attacked everything that he owns. They attacked his business, attacked his family. His young child was even attacked. Yet he never gave up. They attacked him spiritually, which every one of us saw openly. In the midst of all those attacks, he remained consistent. Instead of him slowing down, whenever he conquers, he steps up the game. And every attack against him is a stepping stone to move ahead. Whenever he conquers, he becomes a step ahead. My fellow Biafrans, the restoration of Biafra is something that is going to happen in such a way that the people will marvel, including the Afonja who are laughing at us today. The Afonjas who has no business, who in every little issues, instead of facing what is facing them, they will try to use Biafra as a stepping stone. There are some people, those Afonjas, when something happens, instead of them to pursue what is pursuing them, no, they won't. They will use Biafra as a soft landing for them. Biafra has become a soft landing for any idiot that comes out that want to be relevant. That is what Nigeria promised them. But I bet you all, this Biafra you see today, a time will come when you are going to beg to end the passport or citizenship. That time is fast approaching. The time when you are going to beg for the citizenship of this nation, and you can't find it. You will wish for it, and you can't find it. That time is fast approaching. And I bet you, the earlier you accept the reality of today, the better for you and I. Make haste while the sun shines. You better chase the black goat in the daytime. You cannot chase the black goat in the night. But some of you are waiting to chase the black goat at night. Of course, you know it's already a failure. Put your money where your mouth is. The Biafra restoration is one force to reckon with. Biafra, Republic Government in Exile, is a force to reckon with. It does not matter what you think or what you feel or how you think. the truth remains that the restoration of the independent state of Biafra is going to happen, whether you like it or not, with or without you. It is something that is signed and sealed. Wherever you are, as a Biafran, you must learn to do things right. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must learn there is only one way for you to have freedom. You must learn that Nigeria has nothing for you. For those of you Biafrans who still think in one way or the other that you can walk your way out in the zoo, you think by playing a saboteur that the zoo will favor you. Your own case is going to be worse. Those of you who think that by playing a saboteur, that somehow that the zoo is going to favor them, I pity you. I pity you, sincerely I pity you, because you don't know what you are doing. And you are believing in that because you don't learn from other people's mistake. If you learn from people's mistake, you will know that the zoo cannot offer you anything. The Zoological Republic cannot offer you anything. It can't offer you anything. There is no hope in the zoo. When you think they are going to make you, they will break you into pieces. They will give you one hand and they will take it all with the other hand. You can go back, look at those who have served in that Zoological Republic. Go back and check people that have served on that system and see how they ended up. A lot of people that have served on that system, how did they end up? What became of them? Go and ask yourself a question. When you ask yourself a question, then you will now decide either to continue to be part of this madness or not. I always give example of people who have served the zoo. They gave it all. They sacrificed themselves, even their own people. They sacrificed their own people in order to win favor. But at the end of the day, what happened? They lost everything. One of them is Okorocha. Where is Okorocha today? Ojuzo Carlo, silenced. And today you see another idiot running from pillar to pole that called himself the London boy. The London boy, Peter Obi, is running from pillar to pole today, going to the northern part of Nigeria to invest. That is where he's investing, in northern part of Nigeria. This is a man that took the life of innocent members of Mossad and threw them in Uzu River. Innocent Biafrans. Up to today, no investigation has been done. He took the life of innocent Biafrans. Nobody has been held accountable. One of the people that committed genocide against his own people. And today, he's gearing up. And of course, you see where he's building his pillars. He has gone to the northern part of Nigeria to assure them of their protection, to assure them that he's going to deal with his own people, to assure them that he is with them and not with his own people. And they don't learn. The same thing Agu Ironsi did. Agu Ironsi, after they truncated the revolution of Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu, after they truncated that revolution of Nzogu, Agu Ironsi was made the head of state. Agu Ironsi surrounded himself with enemies he thought they are friends. Even when he was warned on several occasions, beware of the people you are surrounding yourself with. Agu Ironsi, being a one Nigerianist, He thought he was dealing with a human being. Agironsi insisted on surrounding himself with northerners. He distanced himself from his own people and surrounded himself with northerners. How did Agironsi end up? How did Agironsi end up? They end up in taking the life of Agironsi. Today, there is no stone laid anywhere to remember Agironsi. They don't remember Agironsi, a head of state, who they took his life simply because he is a Biafra. And the people that took his life are celebrated. The people who came together and took his life are celebrated. Other presidents that lost their life in coup are celebrated. They name important places after them. Murtala Mohammed that you celebrate today in your airport. The Murtala Mohammed celebrate is somebody that committed genocide against the Biafrans. Murtala Mohammed. Somebody who committed genocide against the Biafrans. He was one of those who executed the president of that country, Agironsi. They have been celebrated. Look at Danjuma, who today is facing his nemesis. Danjuma was part of those. He was the one who murdered Agironsi, and today his own home is on fire. And you see him crying left, and center. He has stolen and stolen and stolen and stolen. And no matter how much you steal, you cannot run away from death. When death comes, you go. Today his days are numbered. He cannot live forever. And seeing all these examples, look at Goodluck Jonathan of yesterday, just of recent. Goodluck Jonathan did everything he can for these idiots. Goodluck did everything to redeem them. Goodluck Jonathan sacrificed everything, made sure that they are okay, gave them juicy positions, paid attention to their needs more than his own village. But today, where is Goodluck? During the election, they threw him stone. They threw him stone and burned presidential convoy, something you cannot try under another. Something you can't try under another leader. That was what they did to Goodluck. And he was calm. My fellow Biafrans, we have tried our best in this so-called Zoological Republic when we are supposed to. We did everything we are supposed to do when we had to do it. But we have come to a time where the only way out for us now is to fight for our freedom. We are now in a time where the only thing to do is to request for our freedom. We have come to a time where the only thing to ask of is our freedom and nothing else. My fellow Biafran, wherever you are watching me from, I urge you to pay attention to events. Don't get distracted. Don't get carried away. Whatever you see today, do not shake. Don't get discouraged. All I'm telling you is that the Egyptian you see today, very soon you shall see them no more. We have learned our lesson, and we learned it in a very hard way. The Biafran people, we learned our lesson already. And we learned that lesson in a very hard way. And because we learned our lesson in a very hard way, we can't fail. There is no way we can fail. It is not possible. Failure is not part of it. We can never, ever, ever fail. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter their propaganda, no matter their blackmail, we will not fail. So I urge every one of you that is out there watching, to please remain strong. Every one of us watching this program, I want you to know that your freedom is in your hand. Do not be discouraged. The days are hard. Don't give up. Suicide is not an option. It is going to be okay. Very, very soon. The battle is going to be won. Very, very soon. It does not matter what you see, what you hear. The battle is going to be won. Do not be discouraged. Do not be distracted. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, remain focused and let Biafran freedom be your only pursuit. It is only the independence of Biafra that will grant us the security and safety that we need. There is nothing more. We are not asking for anything apart from that. And I thank you that in our request that we're making, we are asking legally. Every request that Biafra is making today, they make it in a legal way. We are not doing anything illegal. We are not doing anything illegal. Every of our requests is made legally. And because of that, there is no doubt that we are going to win. The lobbying group of Biafra are already doing very, very well. The self-referendum have received attention. Even before the end of the self-referendum already, recognition is coming. So what else, what proof do you, what other proof do you need for you to know that what we are doing is working? Wherever you are watching me from. Today is sit at home. And I thank everyone that has participated on the sit at home of today. Whatever you have lost today, you are going to gain it in 1,000-fold. Everyone that participated in this sit at home, sincerely, you are going to gain everything you have lost. The restoration of Biafra is going to happen with or without your support. But if you give your support, it is your own advantage. It is your own gain. Will see us through, and he will not allow us to be ashamed. No matter how they try to disgrace us, distract us, and confuse us, we will not allow them. We will continue to make difference. I appreciate every one of you that have joined me on this very platform. Wherever you are connecting from, please continue to obey instructions on the restoration of independent state of Biafra. The sit at home is still ongoing, and we are not stopping until Biafra is free. If anybody somewhere is telling you that it's going to stop, they are deceiving you. There's not going to be anything of such. I thank you for being part of this program. Thank you for joining me on this very broadcast. I'm going to be back again tomorrow morning. Likely not here. You can join me in other platforms to continue doing what we know how to do best. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect every one of you that is participating in this program. Biafra government, peace, unity, progress, and equity. We move airborne. There is freedom all the way. Thank you so much for being part of the program. And I will see you again next time. Stay blessed.